On-Site for Seniors meets people where they live to tackle the unique needs of homebound seniors, their families, and their caregivers by providing medical care, connecting them to resources, and compassionately sharing tools for a life of hope. Many seniors have difficulty accessing proper care due to physical disability, cognitive impairment, or difficulty connecting to needs over the phone or the internet. Challenges to accessing care have been identified as one of the greatest hurdles to our modern healthcare. Here are a few examples of patient care before connecting with On-Site for Seniors.
Very difficult. As I became more and more less mobile, it became quite a project for me, not only to get out of the house, but to get over the snow berm and then clear over to the doctor's office.
If we went out to doctor's appointments, she would come back so anxious that she would it'd just be hard for her to recover.
If you could see her walking with her walker and see how difficult or how slow, yeah, it just,
They say you get slow when you get old.
I had to go on the waiting list for about 4 months, but finally got on the list.
We moved here in 2010 and started looking in the, just trying to find a doctor for my mom and knowing she needed a special doctor, especially with Alzheimer's. And out of the blue, found you guys, and I knew it was the Lord because it was just perfect for what she was needing.
Our neighbor next door to us at Loyalton, we saw a lady come out of her apartment. So then I talked to my neighbor and she said, oh yes, she said, she's with On-Site for Seniors. We hadn't ever heard of it before. I got the information from her and I called, and there we are.
By having not only the doctor, but the 2 different nurse practitioners come here is just life-changing. Particularly in the winter, I don't have to go out and try to negotiate getting to the curb, stepping over the snow berm, and the fear of falling is I'm at the stage where, and that's common with a lot of us old people.
It was a real blessing to have you guys be able to come into the home where I didn't have to take her out where there was so much activity going on.
So once we came to the home to see her, how did that change the visits?
Well, it was more calming for her. She didn't have to go out into public. She didn't have to go where all the activity was. She didn't have to go into uncertain places. Everything was here, done in the home. So she could have a good life forward and not have to have all that anxiety going on and everything.
Time they spend with us is so much more than you get in a doctor's office. There are times when I stood in front of the door of a doctor's office and he thought he was all done with me, but I had a list.
I'm sure.
And here I make a list and they answer all my questions.
It's very impressive, the level of service that I get. Nancy Hunter, and I liked her from the first time. She is very familiar with the natural supplementations, which is how I manage my diabetes and have for over 20 years. Linda Arnold, very impressive. She's the wound specialist. And right now we're in the process of getting the wound on my foot healed up.
It's been really a lot easier having people we can depend upon and I trust. And you guys have been wonderful and you've shown that you are a trustworthy clinic. And I'm very particular about my doctors. And the big thing is the compassion. And I appreciate the compassion you guys have.
Well, they're very efficient, they're very professional. We get a feeling of really caring about us. So I think that's very important, especially at our ages. I think it's very important that people get to know that you're there, and available. because a lot of people are searching for good doctors. And I think that Dr. Melchiori is a super person.
Now you've seen how OnSite for Seniors offers a person-centered care through home visits. We also offer telehealth visits and many other volunteer-related services.
Nice to have a visitor. Buongiorno, Doctori.
You're wonderful.
We're sold on it.